Welcome to Big Daddy Story Time. We're reading Walt Disney's Winnie the Pooh. Is my shirt getting smaller? Hey, can you see Roo there? And Winnie the Pooh? And Kanga? You could see all of them? Great job, my friends. Fantastic observation. Roo hopped out of bed early one morning and put on his favorite shirt. But this morning, something was different. Today, Roo had to tug very hard just to get it over his head. When he did, the shirt seemed tight. Is my shirt getting smaller? He wondered. Hey, can you see Roo there tugging at his shirt and say, wow, this shirt's getting really smaller? Can you see that? Excellent job, my friends. At breakfast, Roo sat at the same chair he sat in every day. But this time, Roo's feet almost touched the floor. I don't think this has ever happened before, thought Roo. Oh no! Is my chair getting smaller too? Can you see Roo there hopping up on his favorite chair and finding out that, wow, his chair is getting smaller too? Can you see that? Excellent job. Here's your oatmeal, said Kanga, handing Roo his favorite bowl. Roo ate it all, but he wanted more. That must have been a smaller bowl than I usually have, he thought. Hey, could you see Roo there going, wow, I ate all my oatmeal, but I want more. Am I getting bigger? And is the bowl getting smaller? Can you see that, my friends? Excellent job. Fantastic. Mama, Ruth said, everything in our house is shrinking. Really? Kanga said with a smile. What makes you think so, dear? Well, said Roo, this morning my shirt got smaller, and when I sat down, my feet could almost touch the floor. And look! Roo held up his empty bowl. I ate all my oatmeal, which I never do. My bowl must have gotten smaller too. Hmm, Kanga said thoughtfully. I wonder what's happening. Hey, could you see Roo there explaining to his mama Kanga that he's getting bigger? And Kanga's just smiling and saying, yes, dear, you are getting bigger. You're growing up. Can you see all that? Excellent job. Before Kanga got a chance to explain, Tigger came bouncing through the door. Boing, boing, boing. Ooh! Buddy boy, called Tigger. And good morning to you, Miss Kanga, Mrs. Kanga. Tigger, Tigger, cried Roo, jumping up and down. Our house is shrinking. You don't say, said Tigger. That would be something. What if something in the woods is getting smaller? Asked Roo. Well, we'd better go investigate, said Tigger as he and Roo bounced out the door. Hey, could you see Roo there? And bouncing with Tigger, and Tigger saying, ooh, we'll go investigate. Can you see all that, my friends? Excellent job. The first stop was the sandy pit. Roo hopped across it. Then he turned to Tigger and said, it took me only 3 hops to get across. It must have taken me five before. The sandy pit must be shrinking. What do you know? The woods is getting smaller. Yippery! Shouted Tigger. Then for once, Tigger paused to think. Huh, at least I think yippery. Well, he says, let's go tell everyone, said Roo, leading Tigger towards Owl's house. Hey, could you see Roo and Tigger and Owl there in the distance at the sandy pit? And then Roo leading Tigger all around the 100-acre woods saying, we gotta go tell everyone, I'm getting bigger. Can you see all that, my friends? Fantastic. You are so smart. Owl, owl, Roo called out, but there was no answer. Tigger and Roo climbed up anyway. Owl wasn't home, but his friend saw a note pinned to his door. Off flying, giving flying lessons, Owl. There he is, cried Tigger. Out over in that tree. Come here, little buddy, and I'll carry you down. I can get down by myself, said Roo. Then Roo's eyes got big and round. But I never could before. Owl's tree must be shrinking. Wow. Can you see Roo there? Understanding that he's getting bigger. And because he's getting bigger, he's getting more mature and he's not needing all the help that he needed before. Can you see all that, my friends? Excellent job. Owl, cried Roo from down below, we have something to tell you. Owl flew down to greet his friends. I hope it's good news on this wonderful morning. You see, my little friends have finally grown big and strong enough to fly, and I'm teaching them how. Then Owl turned and called out as loudly as he could, everyone, fly on the count of three. One, two, three. Suddenly the air was filled with little birds, swooping and soaring along. Hey, could you see Roo and Tigger and Owl and then the bird family? Can you see all that, my friends? Excellent job. Very good, called Owl. Then he turned to Tigger and Roo. Now, now, what is it you wanted to tell me? Your house is shrinking, the sandy pit is shrinking. The wood is shrinking, said Roo, hopping down up and down. Ridiculous, but true, said Tigger. Oh dear, said Owl. Then he called to his little friends. Everyone practice flying home. Lessons are over for the day. Hey, can you see Owl there telling his bird friends that the lessons are over for the day and that they need to go home? And then Roo and Tigger telling Owl, "Hey, Owl, the 100-acre woods is shrinking because I'm growing bigger." Can you see that, my friends? You can see all of that? Great job. Super observation. Let's go see if Pooh looks the same, said Tigger. He might be shrinking too. They knocked on Pooh's door, but no one answered. Then Tigger looked inside and said, nobody's home. Let me see, said Roo, looking in the window. Oh no, I could never reach the window before. Pooh's house is shrinking. We've got to find him and tell him. Hey, can you see Tigger there saying, Pooh Bear, are you home? And then Roo saying, I'm going to look through the window, which I wasn't able to before, but now I can. Can you see all of that? Excellent job. Hello there, called Pooh as he and Piglet walked up the path. Looking for someone? You, Pooh boy, said Tigger. We've come to tell you something important. Everything is shrinking, cried Roo. First, my shirt got smaller. Then my chair got so little my feet could almost touch the floor. And Roo only needed 3 hops to cross the sand pit instead of 5, said Tigger. Wow. Can you see that, my friends? Can you see Roo explaining to Pooh and Piglet that he's getting smaller? Or not just smaller, but things around him are getting smaller and he's getting bigger because he's growing up. And Tigger's saying, yes, indeed, Buddy Bear. That's exactly what's happening. Can you see all that, my friends? Excellent job. Oh dear, said Pooh. We'd better go and see if my thinking spot is shrinking too. On the way to Pooh's thinking spot, the friends stopped at the pond. Then Tigger called out to ducklings that were gliding by behind their mother. Hello there, ducklings. When you grow up to be the same size as your mom, let's all go for a swim. Can you see Tigger there explaining to the duck family there that when they grow up, come by, we'll all go for a swim sometime. And then Pooh and Piglet and Roo and Owl all kind of giggle and going, oh, Tigger, you're being so funny. Can you see that, my friends? Excellent job. Bother, said Pooh as he sat down in his thinking spot. If everything in the 100-acre wood is getting smaller, maybe the ducklings will always be ducklings. Seeing the ducklings gave Owl an idea. Roo, said Owl, I think we need to visit the climbing tree. As the friends gathered by their favorite place to swing, Owl told Roo to reach up and grab onto the lowest branch. Roo began to swing from the branch. Everyone smiled and nodded. Yes, yes. Well, I'll be daffodiled, cried Tigger. That's exactly what's going on. Roo's getting bigger. He's maturing. He's growing up. And can you see that, my friends? Roo is swinging from that branch. He wasn't able to do that before, but now he can. And they're all celebrating him and his growing up. Can you see all that, my friends? Excellent job. What? What? Asked Roo, hopping up and down. Roo, Owl began. Remember when you were so small you couldn't reach that branch even when you hopped your highest and held your arm straight up? Now you can swing with no problem, said Piglet. So the wood isn't shrinking, Roo, said Pooh, and your shirt isn't getting smaller. It's just that you're uh getting bigger, cried Roo. Hooray for me! That's exactly right. Hooray for Roo. He's getting bigger, he's maturing, he's growing up. All of his friends are there celebrating his maturity, and he's getting bigger and stronger, and he's growing up, and all of his friends and family are celebrating that aspect. Isn't that wonderful, my friends? We should be that for our friends too. Can you see Roo there jumping up and down, and Owl and Pooh and Piglet, and then of course Tigger? Can you see all of that? Excellent job. Fantastic observation. What have we learned today, my friends? We learned from Roo, Kanga, Tigger, Owl, Pooh, and Piglet that growing up is special and important to celebrate with family and friends. Be sure to have a fun and happy day, my friends. Be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more Big Daddy Story Time. God bless.